Hello, my people. Lady Rose here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. My returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. Today, we need to talk about racism in general. You know, on our channel, we do support Harry and Meghan, and we do expose racist treatment of Meghan Markle by the English monarchy. But right now, let's come home. We back home in America. Guys, the internet is flooded with the presidential debate that happened. Apparently, there is a classification of job that pertains to the black people. I never once in the Constitution of America read anywhere where it says the black people have some category of the job they can perform constitutionally. I have a postgraduate degree. So it means the job that I do is not a black job with my qualification. I do not qualify to do my job. Because an immigrant traveling from Mexico who has no passport, has no American citizenship, will just come here to take my black job. Tell me if this is not racism, what is it called? You know, they say if you do not do politics, politics will do you. You know, a politician will change your life. When you vote for politicians, you're going to vote for somebody who's going to help the country. And sometimes we vote for the terrible people who will put our country down the drain. This is the example. This dude here, the orange man. This is not his first time saying racial stuff towards black people. You know, back in the day when he was president, he called African countries shitholes. And guess what? Every single thing they have comes out of Africa. But yet, it's a shithole. You know the policy of equal employment in America? There is a policy of anti-discrimination that applies to job recruitment in this country. So I never knew there was specific jobs for the Hispanics and to the black people. And this guy is the person y'all want to vote for. People, y'all need to think twice. I don't know if this racism does not resonate with y'all guys. I don't know which planet y'all guys live on. And the black people who are standing there with this guy, I don't know. The internet went crazy. I'm going to put the compilation of black people addressing this issue on TikTok. As black people and some white people also came to speak about it. They all came to speak about it together because, I mean, wow. This guy was the president of America, of the United States of America, of this country here. The United States of America. He was our president. And that came out of his mouth in front of every single person on national television. And yet, there are my people out there who are behind this guy. If this is not racism, give it another name. Give it another name. Black jobs. Let's listen to my sisters and brothers and everyone else. Let's listen to Trump himself.
He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you. President Biden?
You heard it coming from his mouth. That's on CNN on TikTok. So there are specific jobs for blacks and Hispanics. Non-discriminatory policy for jobs in America does not exist in this guy's head. And that's in our Constitution. I read that Constitution book. I cannot believe this. What else do you black people want to know? What else do you guys want to hear from this guy? My people, please. So the inflation just came around here for the black people. It's only affecting the black families. But you know the people I see in my office? It says otherwise. I don't really see lots of black people in my office. So the inflation is affecting every single person in this country here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, when this kind of stuff just really touches me to the core, that is hard for me to even express myself. Let's listen to the black people on TikTok. Let's listen to Simone. She is a black journalist on MSNBC.
What are the black jobs?
They're taking black jobs now.
What are the black jobs that he thinks immigrants who have come into this country who are undocumented are taking? What are the black jobs? He used his answer on the debate stage to try to pit black people against Hispanic people in this country because he thinks it will benefit him at the ballot box in November. How little does Donald Trump think of black people and black voters and Hispanic people and the Hispanic voters in this country. How little does he think of us? Did Donald Trump think we are stupid? Many questions, very few answers. But I can tell you this. I can tell you this. What Donald Trump has been doing to speak to black, Latino, and Hispanic voters in this country, that is not outrage. It's just more insults. What are the...
It is more insults. And the way he even says the word black, it makes me like I want to throw up. That's why I won't make lots of comments around here before I literally just throw up. Gosh, I can't stand the racists. And this racist is on the top of the pyramid. And black people are perceiving this person here to like them. I would rather just stay in my home and not vote if I do not want Joe Biden. I'd rather just stay home.
Well, hey, Suge, listen, I need your help with something. I really do. So, I don't know, specifically, if I've got any of my melanin-rich friends out there, I would really love it if you could help me out with something, too. Because last night, I was watching that debate, and somebody on that stage that shall remain nameless, Trump, got me all feeling kind of confusioned, because I feel like when it...
Got me kind of confusioned.
Was said on stage that I felt all kind of icky-wicky, like we should not have worded it that way. But y'all remember when he said something about all of them illegal migrants that's coming in and they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs. And I thought, well, what exactly is a black and a Hispanic job? I knew that there were jobs that anybody could do, but I did not know that there were jobs specific to just black or Hispanic people. And since he said it on a debate stage, it just had to be true. So I was hoping that some of y'all could shed a little light and help me out with this. And then I saw an interview with Dr. Ben Carson, and then he made me even more confusioned because of his explanation. Let's take a look at his explanation, and y'all tell me what you think.
A monolith may have, but I guess my question for you is, do you know what a black job is?
Well, I know what he was talking about. He's talking about people at the lower end of the economic scale, and that those frequently unskilled jobs are taken by people who come in here illegally, making them unavailable for our people. That's basically what he's saying.
So there you have it. You know what? I feel like Trump saying it to begin with, and then Dr. Carson just trying to explain it might have rolled back the time clock a little bit, good 50, 60 years or so. Still makes me feel a little woolly icky-wicky. I just don't think that that's something that we should be allowing on a presidential debate stage in 2024. Black jobs. If any of y'all have an explanation that could help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Suge. Go with God.
So, that's Dr. Carson. Is his first name Bill? He came to defend Donald Trump's statement. And low-skilled jobs, I see every single person doing it. It's not always blacks. I see people of every single color. The majorities, everyone doing low-skilled job around here. It's not only the blacks. This doctor, I remember this Carson doctor when he was running for president a few years ago. I'm glad he never won. because he sounds like one of them house niggas. And he looks like one. I don't like boring man. He's so boring.
Show me the black jobs. And while we're at it, show me the Hispanic jobs. I want to know where they're at, what they look like, what they consist of, just so me, you, and all of America could be on the same page. That's it. If you can't show me, define it for me. Last night was a presidential debate, and it was a lot, to say the least. And in that debate, Trump said that Biden's biggest kill was that he led about 18, 19, 20 million immigrants across the border, and they took all the black jobs and they took all the Hispanic jobs. So I want to know where they're at, what they look like, and frankly, why y'all been gatekeeping. Because you mean to tell me I could have been working black jobs my whole life? I could have been around my people my whole life? Come on, man. Gatekeeping is not that. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. No, for real. But I don't even know who won that presidential debate last night. Like I said, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like I feel like America lost at this point. Like, what are we doing? And I feel like I've been seeing so many tweets that have been like, "Listen, we need an age limit." And we do. We need an age limit on this whole presidential campaign, because it's like embarrassing at this point. Oh my God, and can I just say, every time they say black, like the black jobs for the black people, like, it's so cringy. Is it not? Like, am I the only one? I'm like, if they say black the one more time, I might just throw up.
That's exactly how I feel. And the way they do it, the tone of it, just definitely makes me like, I want to throw up. And then after that, I do not want to even look into your face, even on the TV screen. See why I don't be watching these TVs? Because of people like Donald Trump. I do not like watching these TVs. The way that word black comes out of their mouth is just like a...
Oh, I've been black for quite some time now, and I've been working in corporate America for close to a decade. Here are my thoughts. Now, before I get into this, let me just set some context on a couple things. Number one, I have never in my life made a decision about the work I wanted to do based solely upon race. And number two, I do not believe I am successful at work in spite of my race. I believe I'm successful because of it. The very reason I think I've been able to achieve any semblance of relative success in my career is exactly because I think I bring a different perspective to that room. I'm a first-generation professional in corporate America. I have different opinions, different thoughts, different approaches, and those are all so valuable, and I've seen that play out time and time again in my career, especially in fields that are, at times, too white and too uptight. Keep these couple things in mind. Number one, I think it's incredibly important to have a network or a community of other African-American people that look like you, people that have similar experiences as you around in your life. However, they don't have to be from within your company. You don't have to join some affinity group or some group inside of your company. You can create them. These can be buddies you went to college with. They can be people from your hometown. They can be people you see at the gym or in a local coffee shop. And lastly, you have to try incredibly hard. This is the most important thing, actually. You cannot be just the best black person at whatever it is you do. You have to and should always aim to just be the best, period. If you like this video, send it to somebody.
Yeah, this guy's name is Colin Rocker, or maybe the person who posted the video. That's great advice for y'all black people. We need to learn from this. We need to start creating communities of people working different sectors so we could start discussing stuff like this, where they have us in a certain kind of box. There is a box that pertains specifically to the black people. So we can't be in other profession jobs because we do not qualify. Our job is just to be the bottom feeders. That's what we do. But I see everybody in those jobs. I see them cleaning my office. The black people don't come and clean my office. This narrative needs to change. This is what these people think of us. If it's not racism, what do you call it? I just got like a headache from out of blue. And the other sister who spoke before here, her name is Mandy Moore. She's also on TikTok.
Be black and
So Google is not as good as it used to be, and I want to clarify some things and give you some context. For those of you who watched the debate, or if you didn't watch the debates and now you're watching all the commentary and you hear all these people talking about black jobs, and he says now they're taking black jobs, and this is something that, Trump said. What does that mean? What is a black job? Now, the people who are saying what is a black job understand there's context, there's something underlying, there's something that's not being said explicitly, but a message that's being sent. So I'm going to break it down. Here is what we hear when we say, what do you mean by black jobs? Because when he says black jobs and they're taking them, what he means is that low income, low wage, high labor operations, entry level jobs without benefits. That's what he sees black people as doing. That's what he sees as their function. Why does he think that black people deserve to be in the jobs that have the least skill and least pay? Because this is the legacy of Jim Crow, where black people were kept out of higher wage managerial positions. And because he's saying that, he believes that black people should not be in managerial positions. And that's just the Jim Crow area. If we go further back on up, we're talking about slavery. Black people were enslaved. They did the jobs we didn't want to do. When they got out of slavery, we made sure they had low education, and now they no longer they were not going to be in positions above you. If you elect me, I'm going to make sure that, you black people can have the crumbs that we allow you to have. And he reassures also his base that I'm going to make sure that they know those people will not be above you. So that is the context that is going on. If you want to learn more, I know it's a lot harder to do your own research. There's a very good book that you can pick up by Isabella Wilkerson called Caste. And it goes into the caste system that exists in America and very cogently details all the different ways that black people are kept out of positions of power, economic advancement, academic advancement. There's your explanation.
Yeah, so there they got us in certain box. They got us in certain category. We know about the institutional racism. We know what they do to keep us down there. You know how the system was built? I spoke about this one here before. It was not built to uplift us. And today, the former American president came and let you all know. So he's part of the people who participated to categorize us and put us in certain kind of box. Yeah. Let's listen to this
Well,
white lady.
this is unbelievable. I just came from Black Friend's law firm because I was coming to take his job, and it turns out I'm not qualified. So I'm going to head to the hospital where I have a girlfriend of mine who's one of the top neurosurgeons in her field. She's black. I'm going to take her job. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll be right back. Are you freaking kidding me? I was just escorted out of the hospital. I can't take her job either. Whose black job am I supposed to take? Well,